Question number 5 of exercise 8.4, fifth part. Now we need to prove that this is equal to this. So how can we prove it? First of all, we'll take left hand side. So it is cos A minus sin A plus 1 divided by cos A plus sin A minus 1. Now I had told you that you have to convert any of the t ratios in sine and cos, but here LHS is already given in cos and sine, but we need cosecant and cot. So what can I do here is I can divide left hand side term numerator and denominator by sine function. So if I'll divide by sine function, I will get cosecant as well as cot. So what will I do is I will divide it by sine minus sine A plus 1 divided by sine A. This will also by sine A. This will also by sine A. Similarly, denominator will also be divided plus sine A divided by sine A minus 1 upon sine A. So here what I have done is divide numerator and denominator by sine A. So here what will I get? Cos A upon sine A. I know that cos upon sine function is cot function. So cot A. Sine upon sine it will be cancelled out. So minus 1. 1 upon sine A is cosecant A. Divided by cos A upon sine A, again cot A plus 1 minus cosecant A. Now I want only cosecant and cot. So I need to remove this 1. So how will I remove? I know that there is one trigonometric identity related to cosecant and cot, that is 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. Now see here, what will I do? I will keep this 1 here divided by cot A plus 1 minus cosecant A. Now I can write this 1 as cosecant square A minus cot square A, because this will become cosecant square A minus cot square A, because if I'll transfer this cot square A to that side it will be minus. So this will become cot A plus cosecant A minus cosecant square A minus cot square A divided by cot A plus 1 minus cosecant A. Now see here, this cosecant square A minus cot square A, now this is A square minus B square. So A square minus B square is A plus B into A minus B. So I can write it as cot A plus cosecant A minus cosecant A plus cot A into cosecant A minus cot A divided by cot A plus 1 minus cosecant A. Now see, I want only cot A plus cosecant A, because in right hand side I need cosecant A plus cot A. So I have to eliminate denominator also and numerator term, that is cosecant A plus cot A into cosecant A minus cot A. Now see here, this is one term and this is one term. So I can take common cot A plus cosecant A because this is one term and here this term is 1. So I can take this term as a common term. So what will I get here? That is cot A plus cosecant A. I have taken this term as common. So what I will left with? This is 1 minus. So this term is left here. So this minus minus. So this is minus only cosecant A. So minus and minus will become plus divided by cot A plus 1 minus cosecant A. Now see, here 1 is plus, here also 1 is with plus. Cosecant A is minus, cosecant A is minus. Cot A is plus, cot A is plus. So this and this term, they are same, so they can be cancelled out. So what you are left with? Cot A plus cosecant A. That is equal to right hand side. So this is how we can find out the terms and we can prove that LHS is equal to RHS. So this term will be equal to RHS, hence proved. So first you have to divide this function by sin A and then you will get the function in cot and cosecant, and then 1 can be written in terms of cosecant and cot. So you have to substitute, then use algebraic identity here, that is a square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. So you can take the term common and then you will be left with term 1 minus cosecant A plus cot A. So this and this term will be cancelled out and you will get RHS. Now see next part, sixth part. Your sixth part is under root 1 plus sin A divided by 1 minus sin A is equal to secant A plus tan A. Now we need to prove that LHS is equal to RHS. So first of all we'll take left hand side. So left hand side is 1 plus sin A divided by 1 minus sin A. Again you are given that LHS is in the T ratio of sine only. Now what I need is secant and tan. So what I will do here is, when there is a square root given, so first of all you need to remove this square root. So how can I remove this square root? Is by rationalization. So what will I do is, in under root, or in, you can say in square root, we will rationalize. So how we will rationalize is, we have to multiply by its conjugate, that is 1 plus sin A, 1 plus sin A. So what will it become? It will become 1 plus sin A into 1 plus sin A. So 1 plus sin A whole square divided by A minus B into A plus B. It will become 1 minus sin square A, that is A square minus B square. Now in this, what will I do is 1 plus sin A whole square. This under root is there, so I can remove this power with this under root. So what will I do is, it will become 1 plus sin A in the numerator and 1 minus sin square A. It is equal to cos square A, and this will be also in under root. So I can write it as 1 plus sin A divided by cos A, because this 2 power 2 and this square root, they will be cancelled out. So I can write this as 1 upon cos A plus sin A by cos A, and I know 1 by cos A is your secant A plus sin A upon cos A is your tan A. This is equal to right hand side. So hence proved. So whenever you are given the question in the square root, what you need to do is you need to rationalize it inside the square root, and then you will be getting your one term will be cancelled out, and here 1 minus sine square A, we have the identity that is sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So I need 1 minus sine square A. So 1, when it will go there, it will be minus. So you will get cos square A and under root. So this will be cancelled out, and I will segregate these terms. 1 upon cos A plus sin A upon cos A. So 1 upon cos A is your secant A and sin A upon cos A is tan A. So that is your right hand side. Now let's proceed to 7th part. Your 7th part is sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta divided by 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta is equal to tan theta. Now let's take left hand side, that is sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta divided by 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta. Now what I want? Tan theta. Here there is no tan theta, but I know that sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta. So see, in the numerator we can take sin theta common. So what will I get? 1 minus 2 sin square theta divided by, here I can take cos theta common. So what will I get? 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So I need to remove this term from the numerator and this term from the denominator. So what will I do is, I will change this sin theta into 1 minus 2 sin square theta, keep it as it is, divided by cos theta into, see, cos square theta is your 1 minus sin square theta, because sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So I can write cos square theta as 1 minus sin square theta. Because this function is in sine, this function is in cos, so I can change either of them. Either I'll change this to cos or this to sine. So I am changing the denominator term, so it will become 2 into 1 minus sine square theta minus 1. So what will I get here? Sine theta upon cos theta is your tan theta into 1 minus 2 sin square theta divided by, this is 2 minus 2 sin square theta minus 1. So tan theta into 1 minus 2 sin square theta divided by 2 minus 1 is 1 minus 2 sin square theta. So this term will be cancelled out, and what you will get here? Tan theta, which is your right hand side. So hence proved. So what you have to do is, you have to take sine function common and here cos common. So sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta. Now you need to remove this and this term. So what will I do? Here you have a sine function, here you have a cos function. So you can change either of them. Either you change sine into cos, because we have identity in terms of square, that is sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So we can change to 1 minus 2 sine square theta is as it is, and cos square theta I have changed into 1 minus sine square theta. So simplify it. This term from the numerator and this term from the denominator, they will be cancelled out and you will get tan theta. Now next part is 8th part. You need to prove that sin A plus cosecant a whole square plus cos a plus secant a whole square is equal to 7 plus tan square a plus cot square a. Now we will take left hand side. So left hand side is sin a plus cosecant a whole square plus cos a plus secant a whole square. Now see here, a plus b whole square. What is a plus b whole square? Is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So we can use this algebraic identity over here. So this is sin square a plus cosecant square a plus 2 sin a cos a. Similarly, I can use this algebraic identity here also, that is cos square a plus secant square a plus 2 cos a secant a. Now see, sin square a plus cos square a. We know that sin square a plus cos square a is 1. So this will become plus 1 plus. Now cosecant square a, I can write cosecant square a as 1 plus cot square a, because what I need in the right hand side, cot square a and tan square a. So I can write cosecant square a as 1 plus cot square a. Now see here, 2 sin a cosecant a, here it will be cosecant a. So 2 sin a cosecant a, I can write as 2 sin a into 1 by sin a, because cosecant a is inverse of sin a, plus this we have already taken secant square a, we can write it as 1 plus tan square a plus 2 cos a into 1 by cos a, because secant a is reciprocal of 1 by cos a. So this cos a and cos a will be cancelled, sin a and sin a will be cancelled. Now see, 1 plus 1, 2, here you will get 2. So we can write 1 plus cot square a plus 2 plus 1 plus tan square a plus 2. So 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 2, that is 7 plus cot square a plus tan square a, or you can write it as 7 plus, we can rearrange them according to our right hand side. So this is equal to right hand side, hence proof. So what you need to do here is, you have to use your algebraic identity a plus b whole square, then sin square a plus cos square a will become 1, cosecant square a we don't need in right hand side, so we can convert it in the form of cot square a. So 1 plus cot square a, so cosecant a you need to change, so it will be 1 by sin a. Similarly secant a you can change in 1 plus tan square a, and this will be cancelled out, so you will get 7 plus tan square a plus cot square a. Now let's proceed to the ninth part. Your ninth part is cosecant a minus sin a into secant a minus cos a is equal to 1 by tan a plus cot a. Now see, first of all we'll take left hand side, cosecant a minus sin a into secant a minus cos a. Now I had told you what you have to do is, you have to change in sin and cos. So here cosecant a, it can be written as 1 upon sin a, it is already sin, into secant a is 1 by cos a minus cos a. Now take LCM, what you will get here, sin a, So it will be 1 minus sine square A into again cos A and 1 minus cos square A. Now we have the identity, that is sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So here 1 minus sine square A will become cos square A divided by sine A into, and 1 minus cos square A will become sine square A divided by cos A. See, here sine A, here sine square A, so 1 will be cancelled out. Here cos square A, here cos A, so here it will be cancelled out. So what you will get here, cos A into sine A. Now I cannot convert cos A into sine A into this function, but I can convert tan and cot function into sine and cos. So what we will do is, we will now convert this right hand side in the form of sine and cos. So let's see here, right hand side is equal to 1 upon tan A plus cot A. So I can write it as 1 upon tan is sine A upon cos A, and this cot A is equal to cos upon sine. Now what will I do? I will take the LCM. So what will be the LCM? Cos A into sine A. Now in the numerator, what will you get? Sine square A plus cos square A, because here cos and cos will be cancelled, so sine into sine, sine square A, sine and sine will be cancelled, so cos into cos is cos square A. So 1 upon, we know that sine square A plus cos square A is 1, so 1 upon cos A into sine A. So that is equal to cos A into sine A, because A by B divided by C by D, it means A by B into D by C. So same I have done. 1 means 1 upon 1, so this will be gone in the numerator, so cos A into sine A. So see here, LHS is also sine A cos A. Similarly, right hand side also you have got cos A sine A, so LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. So our motive is to convert any of the t ratio into sine and cos. Now the last part of this exercise, tenth part is 1 plus tan square A divided by 1 plus cot square A is equal to 1 minus tan A upon 1 minus cot A whole square is equal to tan square A. We need to prove this. Here first, second and third, 3 terms are there. So what we have to do is, we have to prove first term is equal to tan square A and second part is also equal to tan square A. So that means your all the 3 terms, they will be equal to each other. So let's take left hand side first. So 1 plus tan square A divided by 1 plus cot square A. We have 2 identities, that is 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A, and 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. This is the trigonometric identity. So we can use this trigonometric identities here. So it will become secant square A, and 1 plus cot square A will become cosecant square A. Now you can change it into sine and cos functions. So secant square A, that is equal to 1 upon cos square A, and cosecant square A is 1 upon sine square A. So this will become sine square A divided by cos square A. Sine upon cos is tan. So similarly sine square A upon cos square A, that will also become tan square A. Now you have got this term is equal to this term. Now let's take this term. That also we can take LHS. So 1 minus tan A divided by 1 minus cot A whole square. Now we can convert this into sine and cos, or we can change it into sine and cos. So what will I get? This is sine A upon cos A divided by 1 minus cos A upon sine A whole square. Now I will take LCM. So what will I get? Cos A minus sine A divided by cos A, and here sine A minus cos A divided by sine A. Now see here, and this is a whole square. See, now cos A minus sine A divided by cos A into, this will be in the numerator, so sine A divided by sine A minus cos A, and that is whole square. Now see, here it is cos A minus sine A, here it is sine A minus cos A. So if I'll take minus sine common from this term, so this term and this term, they will be cancelled out. So if I'll take minus sine common, so this will become minus sine A minus cos A, okay, divided by cos A into sine A divided by sine A minus cos A whole square. Now see, sine A minus cos A and sine A minus cos A will be cancelled out. So what will I get here? Minus sine A divided by cos A whole square. So if I'll take the square of a positive or a negative, the answer will always be positive. So what will I get here? Sine square A divided by cos square A, that is equal to tan square A. Now see, first term we have already proved that it is equal to tan square A. This term I have already proved that this is equal to tan square A. That means this term and this term, they are equal to each other. So what will I do is, I will take 1 plus tan square A as the identity, that is secant square A, upon 1 plus cot square A is your cosecant square A. So secant square A I can convert it into 1 upon cos square A. Similarly cosecant square A is 1 upon sin square A. So this will go in numerator, and upon cos square A tan square A. Here I have to convert tan and cot function in terms of sine and cos. Then I have to take the LCM, and after simplifying it, what I am getting here is cos A minus sine A, and here sine A minus cos A. So what will I do is, I will take minus sign common. So it will become sine A minus cos A, because minus sign I have taken common. So they will be cancelled out. So what will I get? Minus of sine A upon cos A whole square. So if I'll take the square of a negative or a positive number or any term, then you will get only positive answer. So sine square A upon cos square A, that is equal to tan square A. So that is equal to right hand side, and hence proved. So this was all about your trigonometric identities. What you need to remember is 3 trigonometric identities, that is sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1, 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A, and 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosecant square A. So using these 3 trigonometric identities, as well as you have to use trigonometric ratios, and you can prove your identities, that is left hand side and right hand side. So this was all about exercise 8.4. Thank you.